Alright guys, Plush I'm here, and oh no, 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 no. Yes, it is that time of the year again, going through every single plush I bought over the course of 1 year. Yeah, I don't know if I still have COVID or if I just have a really bad cold, but hey, what better way to cope with it than just go through all this? Oh, what is up with my life choices? If any of you want to see the rest of my collection, feel free to click on the two links in the description below. One of them is the plush collection video I did over 1 or 2 years ago, and that was covering my entire plush collection at the time. And the other one was the update I did about a year ago. So, with all that out of the way, let's tackle what's on the bed. I really need to think about what I say before I go ahead and say it. I'm just going to be grabbing random ones in the pile. So, first up is an old Tweety from either like 1996 or 1994. I'm pretty sure it's the type of plush that are like at carnivals and like claw machines. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what came from. Here we have the Kid Robot Supersonic. Actually looks pretty cool for, you know, a Kid Robot funny plush. Next up we have a Louie from DuckTales. It's basically the same as the Huey. I forgot to mention about the both of them. They're both kind of Beanie Baby kind of plushies. So yeah, thought that was a nice little side note. Here we have a recent addition to the Plushie universe, Buddy from Elf. There's this huge Yankee Candle store that I used to go to with my family as a kid. And earlier this year, we actually went back for the first time in a few years. And in the toys section, I actually found both Buddy and Frosty, and obviously used them in the true meaning of Christmas. So, yeah. Here's Frosty. If you're wondering where his hat is, if you guys remember in the scene in the true meaning of Christmas, I cut off his hat and scarf. I just kind of tied his scarf back onto him. But I cut both of them off and put them on the pile of whipped cream in the microwave for that effect. So, yeah. Here we have a Hershey's Kiss plush. Still the tag and everything. It says from 1994, so it's cool that it's that old, but I mostly got this for, you know, like gag purposes for videos. So, yeah. Next up, we have one of Jack's best plushies, in my opinion. The classic Metal Sonic. I want to use them in a video so bad, but I'm just trying to find a reason to use them. Here we have the Hallmark Itty Bitty's Tails. Just missing Sonic and then a complete set. Found them at Walmart of all places. If you guys find the Itty Bitty plushies at Walmart. Here I have a Namco Shadow still with the tag. I just found them at a flea market for like $1 and I figured why not. Another Savers find, a little Space Red pencil topper. I can't remember these things. Go along with them, a Space Bomb pencil topper. Another Savers find, Scrooge McDuck. That's gonna be a common theme throughout this video, so get used to it. Here we have actually a Goodwill find, a animatronics Snowman Scooby-Doo, still in the box. He was only like $3. I figured I had to go for him. Here we have Kid Robot's best Sonic plush so far, the Modern Eggman. So good, I had to replace my own Eggman that I use for videos and use this one. Here we have a generic Donald Duck plush. If you guys are making plush videos and they're going to have a bunch of gags here and there, one of the best ideas is to just have iconic characters. And keeping what I said about Donald earlier, here we have Tigger. And I actually got him alongside Donald. Here we have an old Bugs Bunny in a suit. Pretty sure it's made by the same company as the Tweety. I have a strong feeling it was made during Bugs Bunny's 50th anniversary back in the day, because a bunch of artwork at the time was just made Bugs look like this, so yeah, that's my wild guess. Here we have a pair. It is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I had to do it, I'm sorry. If anybody knows anything about these, I have no idea like where they came from, what company made them, or what year they're from. But I got it at a convention as a blind buy, just so I can use it for videos. But I cannot track down, like, what company made them or, like, what year they were made. So, if anybody knows anything about them, can you let me know? Much like the Scooby, this is a Goodwill find. A Minecraft pig. The things you never, like, know about are, like, the good things they get for videos. Here we have the coveted Small Stars Hallmark Sonic. The thing that kills me about this thing is that every single time I went to Walmart in December last year, I could not find it. But when I went into Walmart a few days after Christmas, they had it. Nice! Here we have a Space Jam Daffy, still with the tag and everything. His feet are kind of flat, so I think if you try hard enough, he can stand on his own, but... Oh, now he did it! Here I have a sitting emoji Shadow. He's in one of those blind boxes you can find at, like Dave & Buster's. Up next, we have the sitting emoji Tails. Here I have an E.T. with a hoodie. It was one of the older E.T.s from Universal Studios. The hoodie has an actual zipper on it. Like, that's what I love about this thing. Here we have the biggest of boys. A big cash bazooka. This dude is absolutely huge. I found him at Savers for like $5. Dude, I had to get him. He still has his tag too. Like, this was a no-brainer. And I'm pretty sure because of the tag, this is the same, like, company that made Ultimate DS fans crash that she uses for her videos.
Today's the day. Today's the day. Crash 4 is out. Holy sh...
Here we have another pair. It is the Squishmallow Sonic and the Squishmallow Tails. The funny thing is, the store I got it at, I just wanted to get Tails, but they're having a sale where it's like buy one, get one 50% off, so I ended up getting Sonic too. Here we have the sitting GE Sonic. Here we have the sitting GE Knuckles. Keeping with that trend, it is the sitting GE Metal Sonic. It's actually pretty well detailed for what he is. And to cap it all off, the GE sitting Supersonic. Here we have a Big Tom from Tom and Jerry. Found him at Savers. But that puny thing does not compare to this awesome old Tom I got at a flea market. I don't know if you can see it, but the tag says 1986, so that makes him one of the oldest plushies in my collection. Here we have an old Pikachu from the 90s. I can tell it's from the 90s because it's basically how every Pikachu plush at the time looked. Much like the Chip and Dale, I cannot for the life of me figure out what company made him or like what year he was made. But again, if anybody knows anything about him, can you let me know? Now this is a group of plushies to talk about. So when all the Prime merch got announced, these guys were definitely on my list. And one weekend I went on a trip with my parents and my sister to one of our softball tournaments. It was way out of town. It was still in the state that I live in. But there were 2 video game stores and about 3 or 4 Targets. So after I was at the video game stores, I went to the Targets. And pretty sure I found Amy at the first one, Tails, Knuckles, and one of the... I can't remember either. One of the Sonics at the second one. And then at the final one of the Sonics and the Eggman. And yes, I know I got all their names wrong, but like it's just to tell you how I got them. Here we have a Chewbacca bird. I mostly wanted him because of my boy. Here we have a Princess Leia Stella. I got alongside the Chewbacca. Next up, we have another one of Jack's best plushies, the new Tails. I just saw him advertised on Sonic Merch News on Twitter and thought, okay, if I ever see him, I'll get him. Next time I went to Target, they had him. So, yeah. This is a really nice plush. Like in terms of Jack specific, this is a really nice plush. Like, if I ever revamp Plushie-Dom, make like a Mario and Sonic Strictly series, like this would probably be the Tails I would use. Here we have my faith in bootleggers. King K. Rool. Like, for a bootleg plush, like, this thing is absolutely detailed. All the metal on his chest, his wrists, the crown, like, the little red lines in his eye, the cape. Like, this looks official. Like, dude. Next up, we have one that just kind of confuses me. It's the funny dot from Animaniacs. So what's confusing about this one is that I found it at Target, and every single Target that I went to since then, this was like the only one that they had. Like, no Yakko or Wacko, anything, just dot. So, if you guys see Yakko or Wacko in your Targets, can you let me know? Here we have this Beanie Baby Scooby. I actually had the exact same one as a kid, and I found this one at, wait, where did I find this one? Oh, yeah, Goodwill. Goodwill. So, yeah, another Goodwill find. Not just Savers. So, these two are another thing I want to talk about. So, these two I found at Savers. Now, the thing is, I never seen them before. Like, no Angry Birds videos, nothing I saw as a kid. Nothing. They're both made by a company either called A1 Plush Toys or Changing Shooter Behavior. So I looked them up while I was there, and I cannot find them anywhere on eBay. So, like I said about a bunch of other things in this video, if you guys know anything about them, can you let me know? Here we have one of the best dynamic duos in gaming. No, not that one. Not that one. Oh, such a great one, but no, not that one. It is Fox and Falco. Both of these are the World by Nintendo plushies, and I found them at a convention, and I just mostly got them for videos, but super happy I got them. Star Fox is a really great series. Here we have a pretty cool one. This is a Club Mochi Mochi Banjo-Kazooie. Yes, the same company that makes those Sonic and Tails and Knuckles heads made this plush. I just found him randomly at Target one day. Like, dude, I had to get him. Like, you never see Banjo-Kazooie stuff anymore. Here we have another pretty cool one. It is the Carnival ship. And yes, this was a ship that I went on to on the cruise that I kind of advertised. Yeah. Been stuck into this beast for the last 3 days. And to go along with it is a little keychain plush version of it. Here we have a bigger sitting emoji shadow. I saw him at Goodwill and for $1, and I figured why not. Next up, we have actually the first two plushies I bought in 2023. It is the Mighty Mojo, Mighty Eagle, and Pig. If you guys are Angry Birds fans and you were into the Angry Birds plush line when you were a kid like me, I highly recommend checking them out and seeing which ones like interest you the most. Because these and the rest of them are just absolutely insane. Like, basically just take the pattern of like what the plushies were at the time and just kind of make them a little bit bigger. And just, I don't even know how to describe them. Like, they brought me back to when I was a kid. And the best part about the Mighty Eagle is that I never actually had a Mighty Eagle plush as a kid, so this fills the hole. Here we have a lunging Mario from the promote New Super Mario Bros. DS, I believe it was made for. I mostly wanted this because Super Mario Richie got it a few years back, and I just figured if I ever see it, I'll get it. And I found this guy at a convention. Next up, we have a really funny story. It is a Namco Sonic still with the tag. So if you guys have a mall near you, chances are one of those little bootleg toy stores are there. Just one of those randomly named places. They have just a bunch of bootleg plushies and a bunch of generic toy and train sets. And one day I went in there, and they had a whole shelf of these. I don't know why. So I just picked out the best looking one with the tag and everything. And yeah, here he is. Here we have another group of plushies with another really funny story. There's this incredible video game store that I love to go to in South Carolina. I've been going there with my family since my sister was born, and started going to the video game store almost every year a few years ago, like I think from my freshman year of high school. But one of my favorite things about the store is that they have a whole section for plushies, like these big standees with baskets, and they just have them in there. And went there last November and found all these. If any of you don't know, they're actually Kirby's power-ups from Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Car, vending machine, cone, and light bulb. And on top of that, my favorite Kirby power-up that I finally found, the Ranger. But the funny thing about these is that I had no idea they existed. Like, I didn't see them announced anywhere. I didn't see them in any other stores. I just saw them here and like, dude, I needed them. I have a pretty cool episode idea coming for you guys. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Let's just keep the Kirby train going. We got Bandana D, Gooey, Nago, Pitch, and Choo Choo. What I love about Gooey is that his tongue is adjustable. If you guys saw, I got all of them for Christmas. But the thing that I find cool about them is that they're all still Japanese, with like all their Japanese tags and lettering and everything. So with that, that means they're still not being sold in the States anywhere, like in no video game stores or anime shops, anything. So if you guys want them, you're going to have to hop on Amazon to get them. Here we have a Q*bert, a Pac-Man branded Q*bert for some reason. I just got him for videos. I figured it would be a pretty funny character to put in. Speaking of funny, we got a Chibi Ellie from The Last of Us. And I say funny because they have this like line of plushies. I don't know what company made them, but there's this line of plushies where these super serious characters like Ellie from The Last of Us, Nathan Drake from Uncharted, and Kratos from God of War are all in this like chibi plush style, and I just love it so much. Like these really serious video game characters are in just this chibi sitting plush style, which is hilarious to me. Next up, we have Blinky and Clyde from Pac-Man. Got both the sabers and figured I'd try to get the rest of the ghosts. I figured that'd be a pretty good thing to put in for videos. Here we have the big Prime Sonic. It's actually pretty similar to the Sonic Movie 2 Sonic. Down to the box and everything. Speaking of boxes, we have the awesome Wedding Mario from Sine, which obviously was made to promote Super Mario Odyssey. Much like the Peach, like the felt and the cardboard on this plush are like absolutely insane. And here's his box. Here we have an old Taz, still with the tag and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, it is another really cool team of plushies with another really funny story. So I spent the day with my grandma and my little cousin one day because I had to help my grandpa with something, and she took out the both of us for ice cream. So next to the ice cream shop was this cute little mom and pop toy store. And my little cousin, she mostly wanted to go in there because there was like this like whole section of like princess stuff. So I went in there just to see what they had. And in the corner of a store was this big Angry Birds plush section. And these were the only things that were there. This big Easter red, a big Easter Chuck, backpack clip Chuck, still with the tag, and a pencil topper red, still with the tag. Another team of plushies, but no funny story. So we got the Kid Robot Leo, Donnie, Raph, and Mikey. I just got them all at Target randomly because at the time I really wanted to do a video to like coincide with Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. But due to time, I couldn't really get to it. But I'd love to do a Ninja Turtle episode at some point. I just need to get a Splinter and an April plush. Here we have a Miss Chalice from Cuphead. Here we have an Elder Kettle from Cuphead. And here we have a Ghost Cuphead. I actually got all Chalice, Elder Kettle, and the Ghost Cuphead in one lot. Next up, we got a Carfax Fox. I just found him at Savers randomly, and I figured I can do a pretty funny gag with him. Next up, we got the Kermit the Frog. I just found him at this like little mom-pop thrift store. I figured I'd get him for videos. Another Goodwill find. It is a Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey. Like, he just looks so cool. I had to get him. Another Goodwill find. This old Winnie the Pooh. Like I said about Donald and Tigger. So get some iconic characters for our videos. Here we have a big Chuck. I just got on my Savers randomly. Finally, some familiar faces in the Plushie universe. So Peter, Tinkerbell, Smee, Hook, and TikTok. You guys saw in both Zombie Butler and Neverland. As soon as I got Peter, Smee, and Hook in, I started modifying them as much as I can. Like, I gave Peter's little neckerchief, the belt with the shoulder strap, And this little duct tape on the shoe, just to make him look a little bit more rougher. Smee, I didn't really do much to. I just gave him the sword scabbard with the little Captain Hook logo. Hook is probably my favorite that I modified, mostly because I did a bunch to him. Like, I gave him an eye patch with a big scar on his eye. I gave him the sword scabbard with the shoulder strap. And if you guys remember, he had like a felt hook. But this hook I actually found in my bathroom. I figured, I'm going to put it on Hook. And it looks way better. It's like all rusty and everything. It looks cool. If I could do one more thing to him, I think I'd like give him a peg leg. But yeah, I'm going to leave it up to whatever comes away. My other favorite is probably Tinkerbell. Mostly because like how much her plush has changed over the time. So if you guys remember, she originally was that backpack clip Peach that I had. I just kind of put green felt over the dress and like a brown vest over and everything. But as soon after I finished filming Neverland, I found this little Tinkerbell plush at a thrift store. I can't remember, it was either Savers or Goodwill, but I found that one. I'm like, the body. So the body was like the perfect size, but the head was gigantic. I actually still have the head. So what I did was I bought the plush. I cut the head off of the Peach, and I put Peach head on this body. And the scarf is kind of there to kind of hide the terrible seamstress job that I did. So, yeah. Here's a better look at the old head. I cannot find the Peach body anywhere, but I still have the head from the big one. On top of that, just everything else I did to her. Like, the bells came from a, actually, Isabel plush that I had. The goggles were off of a toy car. The belt with the shoulder strap, everything. And good old Tacitus, I did nothing to. And some familiar faces that nobody would like to get bitten by. The zombies. Again, both in Zombie Butler and Neverland, these are the same zombies I used. Some of their clothes I taken off of them. Like, one of them had a Hawaiian shirt that I took off and I gave the Dom. Whenever they go on vacation. One of them had a satchel and, like, anything like that. I just took them off so I can use them for videos. And most of them I didn't really give names. I just kind of came up with names on the fly. But, hey, y'all remember Ducky. Alright guys, while editing this video, I actually took a trip to Walmart. And I ended up finding the Sonic and Amy Valentine's flower bouquet. So, yeah, I just wanted to add that to the list. Now we're getting into all my favorites I got this year. And to start it all off, the legend himself, Jamaica Chew. And Jamaica Mickey. So, the funny story behind this guy is that my parents went to Jamaica for their 20th anniversary. And usually when I was a kid, they would get my sister and I some stuff when they go on vacation. And me and her don't usually ask for anything. Like one time they went to New York and they brought me back home this like pullback Volkswagen taxi. Which you guys know I love Volkswagens and Herbie. But this time my request was Jamaican Pikachu. So they kept that in the back of their mind for pretty much the entire trip. But the thing was, they couldn't find it anywhere. So, if they didn't find Jamaican Pikachu, they got me Jamaican Mickey. Just kind of fill the hole. Honestly, if they didn't find Jamaican Pikachu, this would have filled the hole. But anyways, when they were leaving at the airport, they found him at one of the gift shops. So, that saved it. Next up, we have the Pac-Man puppet from the late 80s. This dude is, like, super cool. Like, he's a little bit dirty, but, like, I saw him for a few dollars at that flea market, and I had to go for him. What? Here we have a pair. It is Roger Rabbit and Roger Rabbit.
No, not at any time. Only when it was funny.
So this one is just the regular Roger that I got alongside the Pac-Man puppet at the same flea market. So this was the Roger I had for a little while. But then a few months later, I went to a swap meet and I found this Roger. What's so special about this one, you may ask? Well, he talks. That sounds creepy, but the surprising thing is, it still works. Like, every single time that I talk to somebody about this is that they always say that speaker, like, always breaks. So, when I saw this one, I had to go for it. And to go along with them, Benny. So, the funny story about this guy is that there's this little antiques store near the flea market. And I was going through this little plushie basket inside. And one of the vendors come up to me and said, hey, I got this, like, big basket of plushies. If you find anything in it, it's for free. So, I'm digging through it. It's like generic fish and monkey plushies. And then, pretty much at the way bottom, I find Benny. So, yeah, nice. Next up, we have the Dakin Sanic. I was so happy when I found this for, like, a cheap price and everything. I still want to get the Caltoy one, but this definitely fills the hole. Speaking of Caltoy, we have the Caltoy Tails. This was like my white whale for like the longest time, but thanks to my parents, I got him for Christmas this year. So, yeah, super happy I got him. And finally, actually the final things I got in 2023, it is the Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister. So all these guys I got on eBay for pretty reasonable prices. But again, I've been really wanting some Animaniacs plushies for like the longest time for videos. But yeah, Yakko has seen better days. That's kind of in the middle, but like I said in the video, Wacko is in absolutely good shape. Well, nothing like going through stuffed animals to put some hair in your chest, eh? So if you guys asked me to buy any of these plushies, like, ooh, can I have Dakin Sonic? Can I have Caltoy Tails? Can I please, oh please have Jamaican Pikachu? No, none of these are for sale. If you guys want any of these specifically, I highly recommend going on either eBay or Amazon. Sometimes I find these guys in the store, and as you guys saw, most of the time I find them at thrift stores and flea markets. That goes for most of the old ones, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. So bye. See you guys later.